Ta'anit Bekhorot of Erev Pesach, the fast of the firstborns on Pesach Eve, on Passover Eve. So if, for example, Pesach falls on Wednesday night, from Wednesday morning, the firstborns of every Jewish family has to fast. Now that doesn't really apply to ladies. Some communities have a minhag that even a lady, if she's a firstborn, she has to fast. But what we do in practice, for boys and for girls, we are actually going around the fast, because the takana is, the halacha says that if they go to a saudat mitzvah, which in our case what most people do in the morning right after tefillah, they finish a masechet, a tractate from the Gemara, and which is a happy occasion for the one that it's like having a child. For example, if you go to a brit milah in the morning of Pesach Eve and you're a firstborn and you eat in that saudat mitzvah, you're allowed to eat. Once you open your fast in that saudat mitzvah, you're good for the rest of the day and you don't have to fast. So that's why, people go to, especially the firstborns, they go to synagogue, and the synagogue arranges that there will be at least one siyum masechet, a finishing of tractate, which is also part of a party, a simha, a happiness for the person and the congregants that are being happy with him, and they go around the fast. What if a person cannot do it? He's flying that day or coming back from work. He practically, according to halacha, if he's a firstborn, he has to fast. But now ladies, it's better for them to open the fast with like the father, if he has a firstborn girl, or a husband brings something from synagogue from that. But again, it's just a minhag. Some communities have a real obligation for the ladies to fast, but we do not do it, and we bring here something from shul, and they start the first eating of the day with that, and then they could go the rest of the day without fasting. Now, as we said, this is just to commemorate that the firstborns of the Egyptians died in Makat Bekhorot, in the plague of Bekhorot of the firstborns, and the firstborns of the Egyptians didn't die. Now, what happens? We said this is a regular year. So if it happens on Wednesday night, so from Wednesday morning, as we said, they have to fast, they go around it, or practically they have to fast. Now, listening to this being part of that happy occasion through Zoom does not apply. We have to be there physically. Now, what happens this year? This year we are Leil HaSeder falls on Motzai Shabbat. So if we are following what the halacha says, Passover Eve is Shabbat. We know besides Yom Kippur, we do not fast. We're not allowed to fast on Shabbat. So what do? You have two options. Either you push it off or you make it earlier. You push it off when it's a Pur'anut, when it's something bad like Tisha B'Av. You say, Mashiach can come any minute. So you say, let's push it off and until maybe Mashiach will come Motzai Shabbat, who knows, and we'll cancel Tisha B'Av for that year. You don't make a Pur'anut, something bad, to commemorate something bad, destruction, earlier. We don't do it. When do we do something earlier? Whenever it's not Pur'anut, whenever it's to commemorate something good. For example, Ta'anit Esther or something like that. So now, since it's on Shabbat, Passover Eve, and we are commemorating something good, in practice, we can make it earlier. Because even if Mashiach comes, they will still fast. They will still fast because they're commemorating a miracle that happened to them. So we are bringing it back. So you're going to bring it back from Shabbat, to Friday? Hachamim doesn't like making fasts on Friday, unless, as we know, Ta'anit Asara B'Tevet, 10th of Tevet, that happens from time to time on a Friday. So we push it even earlier to Thursday. Now, what is the logic? To commemorate. Now, there are two opinions here. Some say, since you can do it on Thursday, do it. And some say no, because the takana, the halacha says on Passover Eve, on Pesach Eve falls on Shabbat. Shabbat cancels the fast. As Shabbat is strong enough to cancel that fast. And they can have Saudat Shabbat regular, and no problem, they don't have to do anything. So we have two opinions. According to Shulchan Aruch, according to halacha, it sounds like, not sounds, the Maran Shulchan Aruch says that the according to his opinion, the second opinion that it's getting pushed off altogether is the halacha. So therefore, what do we do in practice? Practice, we say a person should go Thursday morning to hear Siyum Masechet and be part of Saudat Mitzvah or Brit Milah or something like that. What happens if a person cannot go? Then he can skip it all. He's traveling. Is this one? We said on a regular year, traveling, there is nothing to do. He has to fast. This year, we shall do our best to go and be part of Saudat Mitzvah. But if we cannot practically make it, we don't have to do that fast. So that clears that topic. I wish you all a great day, and I'll see you in the next class.